Welcome to Multiverse Mayhem, the only podcast where we argue about alternate realities while trying not to destroy this one. Welcome to Multiverse Mayhem, the only podcast where we argue about alternate realities while trying not to destroy this one.
I'm your host, Dr. Stephen Strange, master of the mystic arts, defender of reality, and, apparently, babysitter for a certain thunder god.
And I am Thor Odinson, god of thunder, king of New Asgard, and the only one here who actually looks good in a cape. Also, Strange, your intro music sounds like a dying bilge snipe.
It's mystical ambience, Thor. You wouldn't understand.
I understand that my hammer could make better music.
Moving on. Today's topic, the multiverse. Thor, what's the weirdest alternate version of yourself you've met?
There was a universe where I was a frog, a noble, croaking warrior. Though I must say, hopping into battle lacks dignity.
That's nothing. I met a version of you who was just a coffee machine.
A what?
Yup, Thornado Espresso. You brewed lightning-infused coffee. Loki owned the franchise.
That traitorous snake. Was the coffee good, though?
Surprisingly, yes. But back to the multiverse. Do you have any idea how many times you've died in other timelines?
Death is but a doorway. Besides, I always come back with better hair.
You got eaten by a giant space worm in one universe.
Okay, that one's embarrassing.
And in another, you lost Mjolnir to a duck.
A duck? Unacceptable! That hammer is worthy only of...
The duck was very worthy. It even had a tiny helmet.
I demand to meet this duck.
Not happening. Last time you two met, you challenged it to a drinking contest.
And?
You lost. The duck runs a mead hall now.
I knew that bird was up to something.
Anyway, listeners, that's all the time we have. Remember, if you see an alternate version of yourself, don't panic. Just make sure they're not a coffee machine.
Or a duck, especially the ducks.